Hey everybody, welcome back to 161st and River, and today it's going to be a pregame live stream. So after last night's debacle, whatever you would like to call whatever happened last night, I'll put on screen in a second the video of the Boone ejection. We'll talk about that briefly, what happened last night, but you know, last night was as tough as a loss, one of the tougher losses you're going to get from a team when you should have won a game and you lost in very tough fashion. I mean, I've seen a lot of wins, a lot of great losses, a lot of great wins. That was one of the tougher ones I've seen in a long time. And the reason for that is simple. The Yankees didn't deserve to win that game yesterday, but they were so close in so many ways to winning that game that it's unbelievable. They had a spot last night where they should have won that game with, Volpe trying to steal third. To me, he looked safe. There, I guess, was an angle where he looked out. People were saying that they showed a different one at Fenway Park that he looked out. From the angles I saw, he looked safe. So that one I can't definitively say. The DJ LeMahieu one, I found it was a fair ball. I'm going to show a video right now of the Boone injection. Just a second. It it looked to me like he was clearly safe, or not that he was safe. Well, Volpe at third, he looked safe. Now I could see where maybe his hand was up, and that's why they called him out. So I understand that one a little bit more. DJ ball, I don't understand. So here's Boone getting the hook. Say what you want about Aaron Boone, you can never say he doesn't care. He always does whatever he has to do for his guys. He always goes out and fights for them. He always gets his money's worth when he gets tossed. Boone, in that way, is really good. Boone, in every other way, I don't think last night was on him, per se. I think it was a tough matchup for Tim Hill to face Narvaez there. I maybe would have opted to face Anthony with the bases loaded and take your shot with a rookie and, see what happens, because lefties hit Tim Hill not as good, but the Yankees didn't do that. They opted to keep with, the matchup that they liked. I guess they liked the Narvaez matchup, and Boone said that if they had gotten into a bad count with him, they would have walked him. But that didn't happen, obviously. They got into a decent count. So, heading into tonight, here's what the bullpen budget looks like. Still waiting for a lineup. No lineup yet. The Boston lineup's out, but no Yankee lineup yet. I'll read the Boston lineup in a second if anyone cares. So here's the bullpen budget heading into tonight. Definitely, they're a little short. Tim Hill's going to be unavailable. Fernando Cruz is going to be unavailable. Leiter, I don't know if he was ineffective both of his past two outings. Loizaga is probably unavailable today. Devin Williams, I don't know if he's available or not. Ian Hamilton's likely available. De Los Santos is likely available. And Scott Efros. So the Yankees bullpen right now is in such a shitty state right now where all of their high leverage arms are unavailable. Every single one of them. So I don't know what they do tonight. Yeri last week shut down the Red Sox on last Saturday on Fox. Yeri shut them down for a couple of innings. So maybe you roll with him to keep you in the game. Ian Hamilton maybe is available. I think I said Hamilton's available. I said Hamilton. Loiza's not going to be available. A lot of your higher leverage arms are not going to be available. What that means is the Yankees are going to have to score a lot of runs tonight off Hunter Dobbins. They haven't been since Tuesday. They haven't scored a ton of runs. 6 runs on Wednesday, and then 2 runs over the past 2 games. So they haven't been, scoring a ton of runs. Now they faced a Cy Young winner yesterday, and the Cy Young runner-up the day before. Hunter Dobbins is not that. I do have the Yankee lineup. They just released it. Grisham, Judge, Rice, Goldschmidt, Jazz, Volpe, Dominguez, Wells, LeMahieu. All right, so I'm going to type that out, and I'll put it on the screen in just a second. Let me just get this. Grisham. I don't know why Grisham's leading off. I don't like Grisham leading off. But it's nice to see that Jazz is back because he extends that lineup out. Sorry that my hand was going across the screen. So I don't like Grisham leading off, especially in his funk lately. I like Judge batting second though. I know Judge likes batting third. I like Judge batting second. I like Ben Rice batting third actually. Ben Rice will DH. No Bellinger today. Paul Goldschmidt at first base. And Jazz. Sorry that this is like boring. Jazz, Volpe's at short. Then Jason Dominguez is in left field. Austin Wells is catching. DJ LeMahieu is at second base. Okay. Everything else is ready. So I'll put this up on the screen in just a second. I'm just trying to download it. And then I'll post it on socials once I have this on the screen. So let me just get it ready. Media. So here's the full lineup. So it's on Fox tonight, so we get to listen to John Schmaltz bitch, moan, and complain about how much he hates the Yankees because we beat his ass like 20 years ago. Do that one. So there's the Yankee lineup tonight. They're facing Dobbins, who we faced last week. We got 3 runs off him. I'll show in a second the Yankee career numbers off of Hunter Dobbins, and career numbers against the Red Sox for that matter. My Wi-Fi is really bad right now. Let me see if I turn this off. Maybe it's better. Even my phone's just glitching. All right, so not a horrible lineup. Jazz being back in it, I love. With that being said, I don't love Grisham leading off. I think Grisham leading off is a little meh, especially the way he struggled lately. Grisham's definitely struggled lately. Goldschmidt's been struggling lately, so Goldschmidt in the cleanup today. I don't love him in the cleanup. He did have a hit last night. I think he was, and a hit the day before. Maybe he's turning it around. Jazz being back in the lineup is fantastic, though, because Jazz being in there tonight lengthens it out. You just hope that he could stay in the lineup. We don't want to have him be pulled out. So the Yankee lineup's posted. Put it on my story. All right, so Wells has been good lately. DJ, I have no complaints about DJ LeMahieu right now, which is like shocking because normally, you know, I have things to complain about with DJ. Lately, there's really been nothing to have me complain about him. Last night he sung the ball, and it was bad luck that they missed the call on the field. I'm sure if that was called fair on the field, probably wouldn't have even gone to replay because it was fair. Maybe if it had gone to replay and Boston challenged it, it would have been overturned, but you never know. Mike Trout he's still vintage Mike Trout. He's looked good this year. All right. Everything is so slow. All right. So, career numbers against these guys. So, career against Dobbins, pretty much everyone's like 0 for or has one hit against them in 2 at bats. The one good thing, it doesn't benefit the Yankees. They used Aroldis Chapman last night. They used him a lot over the past week, the Red Sox have. So Chapman's been used extensively in the past week and a half. So I'm assuming Cora likely wants to stay away from him tonight. Shoot. So Cora will probably stay away from him as much as possible tonight. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying a lot of times the managers like to stay away from guys like 3 out of 4. In fact, I can pull up, and I will once this is actually posted correctly on socials. I'll pull up their bullpen budget in just a second, and I'll put it on the screen. I'll put their lineup up as well because I have a picture of them both like on the same thing. So some guys have great numbers against them. Some guys don't have awesome numbers against the Red Sox. Now Dobbins, what we did last week against Hunter Dobbins, we let him get into a rhythm. The Yankees have done this a couple times this year now, where they've had the starting pitcher's number early and let him get into a rhythm, and then they can't score off him. So there's the Red Sox lineup as I try and post this, where it'll actually, look correct. On like Twitter, I have to figure out like what size it has to be. Looks like Twitter's the only app that, because Threads and Blue Sky are fine. Yeah. All right, so let's do this. Post. Now let me try and find the bullpen budget. Okay, that's good now. All right, we're good. Let me find. All right, so Boston's bullpen budget. Obviously, their starters have actually gone deep over the past week in games. Yeah, Chapman's been used a lot over the past week, 3 out of the last 5, so they probably like to stay away from him tonight. Garrett Whitlock threw yesterday. Everyone else is available because they had a day off, the Yankees didn't. So they had Bernardino getting ready. He hasn't been used since Monday. They haven't had Kelly since Monday or Guerrero since Monday. They're probably going to stay away from Alcala. Maybe they'll use him today, maybe not. Everyone else looks like available. So Justin Wilson's probably available. Bernardino, definitely. Zach Kelly, definitely. Judge took him yard last year at Fenway. The Boston bullpen has been a lot better lately than it was for a while, so that's definitely something to watch. And the Yankee bullpen has not been good. The Yankee bullpen, the past 2 nights have been a lot better. Mark Leiter Jr. was awful on Wednesday, and then the bullpen in general, Tuesday was the 10-2 game, so I can't really complain. The bullpen didn't give up a run. They were off Monday, and then last weekend against Boston, the bullpen was atrocious. So being down as many guys as they are back there today for the Yankees is really, it's going to be a tough game for Boone to manage. And it's going to make it tougher to win unless, the Yankees put up runs against Hunter Dobbins and they're able to, go to Efros and Yeri to get the job done. If they do that, then we're all good. If not, this is going to be a tougher one. It'll be interesting to see, Boone's demeanor today. He kind of mentioned he was definitely frustrated last night, and you could tell by his body language and the way he was talking in his post game. That would hurt him a little bit, which I like to see. I like to see that intensity not from all people. I like to see the intensity that this means a lot. As much as, the Red Sox are back in the division, the Yankees are probably better than them. Just not showing it. But the Red Sox are behind in the division right now. The Yankees could beat everyone, it seems like, except for them. And we're going to see over the next few days exactly what the Yankees have in stock. If the Yankees can, win today, win tomorrow, kind of like what Boston did last week. Yankees had a great win Friday. Boston won the next 2. Be nice if the Yankees can do that. If they win today, they have a very good chance of winning the series tomorrow. Max Fried's on the mound. I don't know what Fried's numbers against the Red Sox are, in general. I'll have to look at that. I think they're okay because Alex Cora was saying some things in spring training about how great Fried was against them last year. I think he won a game against them last year up there, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on that. But you have a great chance to win tomorrow with Max on the mound and win a series if you can win today. Today's game's a big game. It's a big swing. It's the difference between losing a series and tomorrow going on to avoid a sweep or giving your ball club a chance tomorrow to win a series against a division rival. They win today and tomorrow you come out Monday morning and you're like, okay, you could have swept them. You didn't, but you could have. And you played them twice within a week. You don't play them again until the end of August, and that's at Yankee Stadium for 4 games. And you're 500 against them. It's very different from, tomorrow trying to avoid a sweep. That's going to be very tough for the Yankees if they have to avoid a sweep. The Red Sox lineup tonight, Jaron Duran's back in it, but he's batting 5th. Jaron's batted leadoff all year. Now he bats 5th today. Marcelo Mayer starting against Rodon. Christian Campbell starting against Rodon. I don't think Marcelo Mayer started last week against Rodon. In fact, I can look. So here's Rodon's career numbers against the Red Sox. He has a career 4.29 ERA against them. Last week he took the loss in 5 innings, 3 hits, 5 runs, 2 home runs, one off the bat of Narvaez, one off the bat of Campbell. I think Narvaez is in there, yeah. He threw 90 pitches. A little bit more length today. And he was on autopilot. He was on absolute autopilot last week. And for whatever reason, I don't think he's ever given up 0 runs against the Red Sox in his career. Nope. The least he's given up is 1. We're gonna need a win out of him today. He needs to dominate. He absolutely needs to dominate. It looks like last June he wasn't great up there. Other than that, that's literally a year ago. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it there for the pregame show. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys soon. I'll probably do a live maybe tomorrow night, maybe Monday morning, ahead of the Angels series. We'll see what the vibe is after tomorrow, because for all we know, they're leaving Fenway Park, either with a series win, a series loss, or being swept. Those are the options on the table right now. And a series win would be great. I'm not confident, and I hope I'm wrong. So, talk to you all before the Angel series. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and go Yankees.